Greetings everyone. Today I would like to continue my random talk about the random stuff. I told you that I'm out of topic, so I don't know what to talk. But when I start to talk, I'm like in this continue talking. So today I would like to talk about the things that happening around me. Nothing special is happening around me. I have this metal detector and I'm trying to find something significant. I would like to find some, this Bronze Age stuff, if there is any in Mongolia, but it seems I'm going to spend several years in order to find at least some, this bronze stuff. Yeah, it's like a bronze. When you hold on to bronze stuff, it's like holding on to something that is 1,000 or more years old, something like that. That would be this awesome. So recently I've been talking about the sacrifice. One type of sacrifice is when you release the arrow. It should be a deadly weapon. It's not this toy arrow. The arrow is designed to kill something. It's designed to take a life of someone or some creature. So by changing the destiny of this arrow, you are changing your destiny, something like that. So shaking future is you can shape the idea is that you can shape the future by giving some sacrifice, something like that. So sacrifice is I guess some kind of controversial topic in human history, something like that. So let us talk about the human sacrifice, something like that. So of course, Mongolians did human sacrifice, and you can find some human sacrifice thing in the secret history of the Mongols. You can find one or two. For example, Temujin with his Hamok Mongol, old Mongols, and Jamoha with his tribes, and Torilvang with his his small Christian country are working together in order to destroy the bigger opponent called many Mirkits. So Mirkits are going to be those who live in the north. So when you are allied, you are stronger than the other tribe. If Mirkits had such a diplomacy, or if Mirkits had some kind of help from the outside, it would be hard to defeat them, I guess. But somehow there was some kind of talking and diplomacy in order to defeat them. So I guess they were sick and tired of the Mirkits, something like that. So in the secret history of Mongols, in the chapter or in the number 112, they capture a man called Hatta Dharmala. Word Dharmala is somehow sounds very Buddhist, sounds very Hindu or Tibetan. So somehow they capture this man, and he is in chains, and he is sent to a mountain, Borkhang Haldong, God Haldong. Word Haldong seems to be a Middle Eastern word when I check it on the Google. Word Haldong says it's this Arab word meaning immortal. So it seems the mountain has a name, Immortal God, something like that. So they sent this man to this mountain. It is because this Genghis Khan thought that this mountain spirit helped him to survive, so he must honor this mountain by giving sacrifices and etc. etc. I guess so. So you will know that these men are not not a Muslim or not a Christian. They are being how to say, shamanist. So one thing about this person Hate Dharmala is that he is having Belgute's mother as a servant. So Belgute is going to be Genghis Khan's brother, but from the other wife. This Genghis Khan's father having another wife, and he is a blood brother, but not a brother of a one mother. So when Belgute, this how to say, searches for his mother is wearing, this old clothing, and she cannot see her son. She is so ashamed that she is run away into a forest and disappears. So Belgute is very angry and he starts to shoot down this any merkit he sees, and screams this, where is my mother, something like that. So this also they say that this they capture this woman and make them as a gate servant, and beautiful ones are this friended forever, meaning became their wives, etc. etc. So capturing women and making them as a servant or slave, etc. etc. Seems to be popular at these these days. So what I'm trying to say about this. So recently I'm dealing with some Kazakhs, and Kazakhs claim the secret history of the Mongols is a fabrication or a lie, something like that. Who knows? However, this is very this how to say great source of this history, or it's how to say, it's a great this story, like I don't know, Game of Thrones, better than Game of Thrones, I guess. So so my opinion on this is that things change. You stop in this human sacrifice in some point of your history. You become more this civilized, or you become more atheistic towards the habits you are having. For example, I guess I this showed you these books of Nyambo, a person who this writes about the Mongolian traditions. One book is titled "The Most Honored Traditions." The other book is titled "The Stories That Ancestors Told," something like that. So in this book, I guess these two should go together, because there is a woman and child, and where is a man? Man is in this book, so these two should be together. So in this book, this Mr. Nyambo claims about the in this 9 treasures of the state. So in old times, the nine treasures of the state was the banner, the horns, these blowing horns, bow and arrow, a man, the throne, and the umbrella, and belt, a saddle, and the sword. So everything was to do with the man riding a horse. Our state treasure was like a Russian emblem where there is, there's some dude is riding a horse and etc. etc. But when we become Buddhist, our view of the things have changed, and this is the 7 treasures of the state. In order to a state to exist, there has to be wheel, there has to be wish-fulfilling gems, there has to be a minister, there has to be a good queen, there has to be a horse, and there has to be a general, a good warrior. And I don't understand the 7th part. There has to be an elephant. So we took some, this Hindu stuff in our last, this how to say, recent years. So woman was included in the state, how to say, symbol. So it's like in order to a state to function, there has to be man, there has to be woman, there has to be law, there has to be technology, and etc. etc. And I guess we can discount 9 things, because number 9 is how to say, somewhat this traditional number. So things change, and how to say, now we have a democracy, and somehow this state is no longer such this big Buddhist and stuff. So there is no such thing as this this totally accepted these treasures of the state. I guess this the treasure of the state is going to be the 9 this horse tail banner and 1 military this black banner. However, this book also claims that there has to be 4 military black banners, not 1. So so in times these human beings this change, and this forge, how to say, new destiny, etc. etc. So about the things that are happening around me, I'm a big this computer gamer, so I'm playing some strategy game, and recently our this realm, the server that I play, was invaded by some Turks, and they formed a big alliance, and they tried to take this top position. But this our realm they summoned all the big players and took the first place from them. So in the current era, the Turks are being somewhat this weakened, but they have created, some of them have created a new alliance called Kunta Kente. So there is some kind of this moving coming in a history this channel called Roots, and it seems a lot of people this watch the history channel. Personally, I like to this watch history channel. I used to like watching this Ancient Aliens, but Ancient Aliens became somewhat this how to say, this